to the live event that I have now on LinkedIn and post that in the event. So just bear with me. I'm gonna go into my feed, get that actual live link, and share it in the event. So you guys, if we want to continue, you guys can watch it. So let me put that in there for me. So just bear with me for a moment. And let me, and you guys that watch me or you follow me here on LinkedIn, if you guys are watching this, let me know what you guys think. How was Link Lunch this week? We had over 770 people that subscribed or agreed to attend. So I want to know your feedback on that. Alright, so I posted that there. I'm going to also share it in the conversation. Here we go. And this is the link to the after show. And also now I'm going to share the link to joining us. Here we go. All right, here you go. So I sent that out there as well. So yeah, I'm just curious to know what you guys thought about this event. Wilhelmina, thank you very much for joining us. I'm going to put a link to, if you guys wanted to, you guys didn't get a chance to make the first show, you guys could join here and have an opportunity to, still share. But also, I just really want to know your guys' insight of how the show went. So here's the link to the backstage. So you guys are more than welcome to join us there. Yeah, so thank you very much for joining us. We had a great conversation. I enjoyed the opportunity to get to know a lot of folks. I met Martin for the first time. I know we connected several weeks ago, and or several days ago, I would think, for that matter. And we had a great conversation. So I see here we got my lady, Miss Phillips. Thank you very much for joining us on the after show. We also got Paulette. She's hanging in there with us as well. Robert. We got him here. Didn't get to the backstage pass. So Robert, yeah, I just put a link to the backstage pass now for the after show. As I said earlier, we're allocating just about 15 minutes or so on the after show, just to have more of a debrief for what we just talked about. So the link is in the chat there, and the live chat. We also got Wilhelmina's in the house. It was pretty good, confusing to get backstage. So yeah, so Wilhelmina, the link is on to join this one here is in the conversation or in the chat. So you're more than welcome to join the backstage as well. So thank you very much, Wilhelmina. Thank you for your comments. And now we also got Gabriel. Gabriel, thank you very much for showing. I got a link in there for the after show that you can join. Gabriel, you was my inspiration to do these after shows. And I say that is because in the past, you'll have your main show. And I remember one show was this lady, she was abused, and she shared her heart-wrenching story. And you were so moved by it, Gabriel, that you said, you know what, I need to do another show and just get this off my chest. And I thought it was such a phenomenal idea. And just today, I just thought about, well, you know what? Sometimes the 1 hour is confined and it's limited, but just mind you, it's good to have some guardrails. However, sometimes you do want to be able to have just a little bit more time to just continue talking. The reason why I bring that up is because my cocktails or cello, those shows are known to go as long as 3 hours, 4 hours long. So that's why sometimes having some guardrails are great, and that's why I'm going with the after show. So thank you very much for sharing that, Gabriel. I appreciate that. And one more thing here, we got Wilmina. She says here, Robert Huntley, I didn't until the end of the show, learning and experience. Okay, all right, cool. All right. So now here, Amelia, I'm going to start bringing folks in that are making the after show. So we have some folks from the original, the main show. What's going on? Hey, how we doing, ladies?
I'm doing really well. This was great. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And Karen Deep, thank you very much for coming back. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. How's my audio? Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you perfectly. Thank you very much. I appreciate
Okay,
that.
brilliant.
Thank you. And I like the more relaxed look for the after show. You took the jacket off. That's kind of neat, you know. Yeah. The next after
You know,
show,
for once, actually, in the UK, it's quite warm, so I actually took my jacket off.
That's cool. I appreciate that. Now, okay, so now, ladies, let me start off by Paulette. Let me ask you. So this is your first time on Link Lunch. I'm not sure if you've been on other live streaming platforms, but I'm just curious to know what's your take on how you did. When you talked about yourself, and now when you'll watch the replay later, but just now as you think about it, how did you think things went for you?
Well, this was my first live on LinkedIn, and when I mentioned earlier that I do get nervous because I do, I speak, but I still get nervous when I come online. And so for here, it was, I thought about, after you do something and you think about what you said, you think about, man, I should have did this. I should have said that. You go through that, and so that's where I was. And I thought, oh, my God, I didn't do this. I didn't say that, And so I know that the next time it'll help me, develop my content as far as what it is that I want to say and how I want to convey to my tribe here on LinkedIn what I can do to serve them and to help them right where they are to solve their problem, because I do have that solution for my audience.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for sharing that side, and thank you very much for allowing yourself to be vulnerable and and be transparent about how you felt things went. Karen Deep, I gotta ask you because I know typically in the past and Link Lunches, you'll do your initial presentation, and you might hang in there, and then you might drop off, but for the most part, we don't have an opportunity to engage. So I wanted to get your have an opportunity to learn more about you. Can you hear me okay on your end? You're a bit frozen. That's what I'm asking. Okay, we'll wait for him to come back. So now, Vinata, let me ask you this now. You've been on a few LinkedIn lives with me in the past, but it's been about a month, I guess, since we've jumped on a live. I want to give you an opportunity to let folks know about what has changed since the last time I've seen you, and also get your perspective on how how the Link Lunch went for you as well. So go right ahead.
Okay, great. Link Lunch today, I don't know, it just had a really nice environment, a nice vibe, and it flowed really, really well. Even Paulette, I know this is your first time, but you did excellent, in my opinion.
Thank you.
You did excellent, and it just keeps getting better and better, Cello. In my opinion, it's getting better. I'm looking forward to it. I was so upset that I missed the last one. So that speaks of the authenticity of it and the importance of it. I think we really need this on LinkedIn. I know there are millions of people that are on LinkedIn. I actually read somewhere that is it every few minutes or every 2 minutes or something a new person comes on LinkedIn. So the LinkedIn population it's growing so rapidly. So live shows like this one, like Link Lunch, I think it's really, really needed. To answer your second question, or your second question about what has happened since we last spoke, I've really been digging deep in my social media strategy and just making the product, making my service even better, more in depth, deeper. Aside from moving house, as you can see, I'm in a different environment.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So, I'm really, really glad and blessed that, even in the midst of the pandemic, I was able to move. I know a lot of people are not able to have that luxury of doing that. And I'm just so, so thankful that I was able to do that. So I've just really been nose in the books, nose in the research, and just refining my craft and just making myself even more available to business owners, entrepreneurs. I still work with musical artists, which was the first set of people I started working with when I started my journey 6 years ago in public relations. So I just have a heart to help people. I have a heart to I am a writer in regards to the press releases, the biographies, and so forth. I'm also a budding author. I think Paula kind of pulled that out and be like, "Oh my God, I'm working on a book. I need to talk to her." So I really took the time to just dig deep, and I can't wait. I have some good things up my sleeve. I can't wait to start sharing it.
Well, that's beautiful. That's great to hear that. Especially knowing that we're connected. I'm glad to hear that people within my network have some great things to look forward to. So it's actually, if anything, I'm not sure if you, I'm sure you feel the same way. But listening to what you just shared, if the tables were turned, I'm sure that you would feel the same. That if it fuels your soul, knowing that someone else's agenda looks bountiful with opportunities. So
absolutely, yeah, definitely.
So I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, that's wonderful. Now, Karen Deep, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good, perfect. I'm sorry that we got disconnected. I wanted, what I was mentioning when we got disconnected was, in the past, we generally just have, you come on, you do your initial introduction, and you might engage one time, but then eventually then either you drop off or something happens, and we don't have a chance to have maybe just a few more, points to discuss. So I'm just curious to know, outside of what you shared on the intro, is there something else that folks need to know about you that you haven't had a chance to share with us? I mean, it's so compelling that he's like, struck. He's like, he's still thinking. So, no, that's fine. Karen Deep, I'll let you continue thinking about that. Now, Miss Francis, let me ask you this. Now, we did.
Sorry,
we've been wanting
I got cut out there. I've had to move
No, that's fine. Did you manage to get a chance to hear what I said?
I heard the first part, but I cut out in the part.
Yeah, no worries. No, my question was that in the past, you've had the opportunity to do the intro and maybe, provide a response on a specific topic, but you've been limited on your engagement just because of time or any prior engagements. So I wanted to have allow you to have the opportunity to share either something else that other people don't know about you, or something else either something that you're working on that you like to let folks know about. Or then lastly, what do you think about this week's Leaked Lunch? So either of those three topics. So I've given you options.
Well, first thing I can say with the Linked Lunch is you've got a very diverse group. So we've got people from, all different backgrounds, different cultures, different parts of the world, different industries. So it's quite good that you're connecting these people together. And I think with the Linked Lunches, rather than people finding new customers and things like that, what I take down, you can probably see by how many notes I take, is I take down all the wonderful ideas that people come up with. So, somebody from a different industry is going to have a different way of going around things. And I just love jotting down the ideas that they come up with, the way that they see the world. And that's my main takeaway from this Linked Lunch, is to just get new ideas and a fresh way of thinking. So that's what I've enjoyed about it most from my point of view.
That's wonderful news. I mean, it really warms my heart to know that when you come into the event, you, rather than just come in, just, give your intro and maybe, give a witty remark, but you're actually coming in with an open mind, and you're coming in as a sponge for the most part, and you wanted to learn. I don't care if it's someone sitting at a restaurant like earlier, or someone all the way in the Caribbean. You know that you're going to be able to learn something from someone, and you'll be able to have a takeaway to see how you can apply it in your wheelhouse. So thank you very much for sharing that, Karen D. Now, Miss Francis, now I gotta ask you now. I know we had some dialogue back and forth, and we've been wanting to do our own show, which is focused around environmental health and safety. Now, yeah, I'm just providing some content on how we know each other. Now, given that said, just curious your perspective on the show. This is your first time joining on the line with me. How did you feel? How you did on the link lunch, and what else you haven't shared with us that we could have an opportunity to learn from you now?
I found it. I found the show always exhilarating in the the point of view of that is not commercial. That is not only providing your perspective, providing your services. This is obviously expert insights, which is part of what LinkedIn wants. LinkedIn wants to curate good quality content during live streaming. So this one is completely social, and that is what attracted me to continue watching, to start engaging in comments and with people outside of once the live is ends. And one of the ways that I did it, I wanted to respond when you did ask, but Daryl went ahead of me and was talking about Renee Lindo, that she uses video messages. I had the opportunity to interview for my first Instagram live Renee Lindo, and she talked about the power of video messages. And ever since I started the strategy, I connected with you through video too, and how it different feels when you connect, when you say thank you message instead of a text, with a voice note and with a video, seeing the face of that connection, bringing it to live. It makes a huge difference, and never seems the response and feedback has been incredible. So the fact that I can take my network and truly connect at a deeper level has been a game changer. But also, I find the platform, the channel, you open the channel to everybody who wants to just show up, say what they do, why they do it, and I find it makes a huge difference in its quality for me.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was the goal of the platform. Even before COVID, I found that I was thinking before COVID, and even way before that, once I got LinkedIn Live, I was like, well, this is a good opportunity for me to stay relevant and connected with my existing clients, and also people that I connect with today, tomorrow, and even yesterday. They see me coming up in their feed like, that's that trash guy. He was here yesterday. What? Oh, he got a show? So that's another way that I could follow up with them without saying, hello, how you doing? Are you going to sign the contract? So it is an organic way for me to follow up. Mind you, we both know that what I serve, what services I provide. I provide recycling and waste services. And ultimately, if I'm speaking to someone about those services, it's because there's a need for them to make a change, or they need to implement something new. Either way, they know what services I provide. So if I could come up organically in their feed, that's a great way to stay relevant. And quite frankly, it provides me an opportunity to at least appear as a subject matter expert, because I don't know of any people in my industry here in Metro Atlanta in my role that are online speaking and sharing advice, or even sharing their platform. So then once COVID came around, I was like, well, gosh, a lot of people don't have access to LinkedIn Live. Wouldn't it be great for them to also have an opportunity to share what they're good at, why people need to connect with them? And then at the end of the day, it's a win-win, because I share my platform with folks like yourselves here. You have an opportunity to share that with other people in your network. Then lastly, I have the ability to create content. So everybody wins in this exchange. So that's the reason why I do that.
I love that. And especially, that you did it without thinking about, I am going to segment it to to a specific industry. I'm going to leave some others behind, and I'm going to dedicate myself to the environmental or the sustainability industry. And you just as I said, you made a common platform for multiple specialties to come together. And because we are communicators, that's what we are, regardless of our careers or what we serve, who we serve, or what we do, we are truly communicators in the platform.
That's very true, and that's the key thing, is that just having the ability to share, or having a platform like the proverbial soapbox, having that ability is just a wonderful thing. It's almost like the best analogy I'll say, and I'll wrap up my point, is think about when we were children, and either if you were a little girl and you had either a dollhouse, you had some things that you were working on, and someone comes to your home and you're like, nah, I want to keep it to myself. Or if you're a guy and you were playing with a basketball, or maybe you were playing with a doll, I don't know, and somebody comes over and they're like, hey, let me play, and you're like, nah. So that's how I felt about LinkedIn Live. It's my proverbial basketball, and I want to play by myself. No. Come on, let's all get together. Let's figure out what team we could create, and from there, everybody learns from each other. So I've at the end of the day, you'd be surprised how much I get from each and every one of you guys, because what happens is, then I have an opportunity I can have better conversations with the people I deal with on a regular basis, because I might hear something that you share, and I'll say, you know what, Karen, it's funny you bring that up. I was actually talking to Miss Francis from all the way from South America, and she was telling the same thing. She's having the same challenges. Can you believe that? So,
you know that I'm not in South America. I'm in Canada.
I know, but you're right. I forgot, because you're from South America, originally, Colombia. De la colombiana. I forgot, but yeah.
Venezuela. From Venezuela.
Oh, Venezuela. I'm going to put you in Colombia. What about that? You're Colombia for the next few minutes. I'll mess with you. So now, Carlos, I know we had some issues back and forth connection-wise. So it looked like you finally look good, because on Restream, I had yeah, exactly. Yeah, you keep laughing. So on Restream, I can see your connection level. So right now, it shows that you're green. So you should be good. So you tell me, Carlos, how do you feel about how you did? I mean, it was breaking up, but still you was able to share what you do. How do you feel about LinkedIn, Link Lunch, the platform and the show? How has that helped you, if it has? If anything, I want to get your insight. How do you feel about the show? No te preocupes, no te pones nervioso, hombre. Habla en español si quiero, o en inglés, lo que sea. Oh, no. And he's stuck. It looks green, but I don't like.
I've been learning a lot.
Okay, go ahead.
Español, inglés, portugués, ¿cuál quieres?
Sí, lo que sea, hombre. Just go right ahead. Just jump right into the middle of the pool.
Okay, so I learned a lot, and yes. No, absolutely. So I've been learning a lot, as you challenge us with the challenge to put the intro videos. I haven't done that, and I started doing that, but also it's been teaching me a lot to. I have a lot of connections. I can start learning to connect more with them, and it is not about what we do; it is more what we can do for others. That's what I've been learning so much for these events you have. It's been helping a lot too.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That means a lot to me, and that's ultimately. I tell you, I say this because I'm in sales, and I say this so many times, but I mean, I'm in sales, and historically, people in sales, when you're doing business with them, the first thing you think about is like, all right, they want to get over on me, or what they're trying to do, what's their angle. So when I tell someone I really want to help, they look at me like, okay. So when you say that, it means a lot to me that you said that, Carlos, that is helping you, like with the intro video, challenging you to create that. And thank you for doing a second one, for doing an updated one. That's great, because just continue changing and seeing how you could update yourself. It's a great way to do it. If anything,
What?
Yeah. Go ahead, Carlos. Go ahead, Carlos. All right, so I'll speak for you, I guess. Marcello, you're outstanding. You're amazing. I should take you out to lunch. You know, if I ever come to Atlanta, Georgia, I'm gonna take you out. You know, what do you like to eat? You like steak? I like steak, actually, Carlos. Okay, all right. So we got a steak dinner on me.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. So I worked out. Okay. So now, so we did a round robin. Now, I guess what would you guys? And we could wrap up on this note.
Oh, no.
What would you guys?
It is like you say, you know. So the more, and like everybody's talking right now, we prepare to say some, but at the end, you know, it can be the connection. It can be.
It could definitely be the connection. Carlos, when you see this replay, we're not laughing at you. We're laughing at the connection. So
No, it's the lag. It's the lag. He gets a delay.
It's a bad lag, yeah.
yeah, it's pretty bad. So now let me ask you guys.
There we go.
A few. Yeah, no,
You got it.
No te preocupes, Carlos.
You got it.
Está bien, no se preocupe. Está listo ahí, mira ahí. Párquete ahí un ratito ahí. Párquete ahí.
You got it.
Yeah. Okay. So I said, why don't you just park there for a little bit? So now I let me ask you guys, what you guys would change going forward for Link Lunch? I mean, if you know, if it's nothing, okay, but what would you want to see? You know, if you can't think of anything now, you could come back on the replay or send it to me via DMs. But if you do, what do you guys think? So I'm going to go from left to right. Yeah, it's a lag. You're right. You're right, Carlos. Paulette, what would you like to change or add for that matter?
And this is for the show in itself.
Listo,
yes, for Link Lunch.
Listo. Tranquilo.
I don't know if I would really add anything. I mean, I've watched your show before, but being part of it, it was totally different. So I don't really know if I would add anything. I think what you do by having a platform that's available for everyone to showcase and spotlight their gifts and talents, I think that is so needed because we don't get that a lot of places. We don't get opportunities to do that. Everyone does not. Everyone isn't freely as far as giving, their platform to people. Some people are just, you know what, this is mine, and I want it, and it's just about me. But you make it available for entrepreneurs and coaches and first timers like myself to come on and share what we do. And I think that is a great opportunity to do that because we just never know what that connection may bring.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you, Paulette. I appreciate that. Now, the next person in line is Miss Francis from Canada. What would you like to change or add on future Link Lunches?
I love right now the format. I would add a topic. I would like a short topic where every person who comes and joins the live stream would add their perspective so that everybody gets to find a broader view of one topic, because we can see the same picture and we can see all of us something different. So that's where we all learn from each other. That's where we find commonalities or even ways to debate on differences. So and that will leave the person watching us something to talk also in the comments, which that's indeed the end goal. Just trying people to connect, to comment, and to engage with us who are live.
Okay, I appreciate you mentioning, and I'm glad you brought that up because sometimes the shows like these Link Lunches, I come up with ideas for my cocktails or cello, and I think about like a couple of episodes ago, I had the topic of procrastination. So,
And I love it, by the way.
yeah. Oh, did you see it? You remember? Okay.
Yeah,
you watched-
I joined in the comments. I didn't join obviously the live.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you. So, yeah, but see, so bringing up a topic similar to that, or that is, that a lot of professionals deal with, could have people share their insights. So, thank you very much for sharing that, Ms. Francis. Now, Ms. Phillips, what would you add or change going forward on any link lunches?
Well, since it's a 1 hour show, it kind of puts a little bit of restriction, which is okay because around that time of day, entrepreneurs, professionals, we might not have 2 hours free to do anything.
I don't.
But for now, I wouldn't change anything really. Although I agree with Ms. Francis to add a topic, because I have been part of your cocktails with cello, and it's an amazing. I love that you literally let your hair down and you're able to just unwind and speak freely. I think too that it's a good idea to introduce a particular topic, especially one that business owners and entrepreneurs are like, they have that commonality, and maybe learning how they deal with it in their part of the world, because the pandemic affects all of us differently. Even though we have that commonality, okay, we are 100% online now, we're not able to see people, we're not able to have board meetings and all of these things. So, I mean, yeah, I would agree with Ms. Francis in regards to that. But other than that, I think I like the format. I like the flow of it, as I said before. You and Daryl are doing an amazing job in hosting. And I would say that so far in the link lunches, I have been connected to amazing people from different parts of the world. Even today, I was able to, connect with some really cool people who just listened to what I said, even though I had a short time. But they connected even in that, they like, even as I liked what I heard and stuff, which I think is pretty cool, because I've been on LinkedIn for a while, and when I started to engage and learn different things, it's like Link Lunch, Cocktails of Cello, and these other platforms give an opportunity to really expand. It basically makes your LinkedIn profile talk, literally, which I'm
glad you brought that up, because
much.
that's you made a good point.
Yes.
About the limited time that you had, and also given that as an hour. And that you made a great point, and this is why I know I might be saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I've said, folks, post your intro video, because what that does, it gives you an opportunity to introduce yourself to folks. Then when you come on the link lunch, then guess what? You don't even have to go into the intro. You could probably even do a truncated, hey, I'm Miss Phillip. I'm right here from the Caribbean, and I help people do this. You can see my intro video on the link lunch. Given that you're already here, you can see it for yourself. But this is why I wanted to share. And then you can take that moment to talk about that. You know what I mean? You can make that moment yourself, whatever you want. So that's the reason why I've been really harping on that, because doing the intro video, that allows you to see other people's intro videos. And before you actually get on the show, you might either connect with them or see how you can help them. So either way, yeah. So and you've done already intro video, but if you want to do updated video, you could do like, hey, this is my new place.
I need to do that, because actually I tried to post the old one, and it's still giving me the issues I was telling you about. So I definitely need to do a new one. So I'm gonna do a new one.
I think the main thing I've noticed, that if you either two things happen, either if you didn't accept it, then and it stays there in your list of events, then that's the reason why you can't post. Or if you ignore it, there's a way that you could you have to go into your ignored or outstanding invites that you haven't accepted, but you have to go into some back channel, and that's where you have to accept it. And doing so, then you could actually post. But in this case, you accepted it because I was broadcasting into the actual event. I didn't broadcast to the main feed. So
yeah.
given that you accepted, that's how you knew about it and you was able to join. So you should be able to post your intro video or a new one this time. You shouldn't have any issues.
Great.
All
I'll
right,
definitely do that.
You're welcome. And thank you. I look forward to that. And I look forward to the tour.
Definitely. When it's finished, though. When it's finished.
Okay. All right. Hey, no rush. No rush. Karen Deep, so let me ask you this now. What would you change or add? I mean, you're one of the LinkedIn OGs, LinkedIn Lunch OGs. So you've been with us for a minute. So what would you add or change from the show?
In terms of what I would add is to perhaps add an icebreaker in there. You know, what do you get up to in your personal life? Because we can sit here, we can talk about the industries you work in and what we do to make a living. And by putting the icebreaker in there, it normalizes you. So I'll give a fun fact. At the start of this year, I started getting into salsa dancing. So by saying something like that, it humanizes me. It shows what kind of interest I'm in. And like I said, right now, there might be somebody here who's also into salsa dancing, and then we can connect in this way. So we don't have to connect from a business point of view, but we can connect on a personal point of view. Why not?
I love that. Obviously, the Francis feel the same way as I do. That was outstanding. I love it because just like very similar to what Ms. Francis said, that providing a topic, you're going to get a higher engagement even in the comments because when they hear the topic and each person is going to give their point of view on the topic, you could only imagine seeing people in the comments like, no, or yeah, either way. So that's a great idea. And Karen D, what you said about the icebreaker, that's pretty good. Now, how would you suggest to introduce it? Would you ask, hey, won't you share with us something, a fun fact about yourself, or outside of that, what would you recommend for it to be presented differently?
Okay, so what I would do is perhaps when you bring somebody on board and they talk about what they do, maybe at the start or towards the end, they talk about whatever that fun fact is about them. I think that'd be the best way to do it. Is either they can do it at the intro or they can do it towards the end.
Okay, I like that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Go ahead,
I
Ms.
don't know
Francis.
whether there's one thing that I saw, and as soon as the live stream ended, Renee Lindo called me and said, like, I didn't see you, because obviously she joined later the live, so she missed my part, and she was posting in the comments, let Ilya talk. So maybe if it's and maybe it is, maybe the one simple topic can allow people not only introduce themselves really quickly, but then interact. Just give one perspective on one person, and then people will see that not only we introduce ourselves and said what we did, but also we interact with each other, like responded to Vanetta, to Karndeep, to Paulette, and show the dynamic between the guests in live. That will be probably something that keep people engaged, rather than seeing introductions, what we do, which is the real core of the event, but also just having a quick interaction because it's during lunchtime. We know that it will be 1 hour. We're gonna just give some nuggets people, and maybe have fun in the process. We might dance. Of course, LinkedIn Live is not for dancing; it's for providing information, something actually that people can get out of the platform. But why not have fun in the process, even with quiz trivia, like something like a quick trivia, something that can actually keep people like right here, in like on the screen, like hooked from beginning to end.
That's a good point. I like that. It really the suggestions you guys provided, I definitely would consider that for future link lunches. One thing I would suggest that I would not necessarily, I guess, change and not add is limiting how many panel slots we have. So let's say, for instance, we originally we got 10, right? So once we fill those 10 slots, if time permits, and I already will know how much time I have, if time permits, then I could add either 1 or 2 more people to come on if they dropped off. If the individuals, the first 10 people drop off, or one or 2 people drop off, like, then we have available slots. Then we can invite folks. Otherwise, then sticking to the 10 slots after everyone introduce themselves, then we have 20 minutes plus of interacting on the topic that you suggested, Ms. Francis. So given that we already know the topic, then we could either have a second topic or go back to the earlier topic and just have an organic conversation around that and really have an opportunity for you to shine and for me not to see comments in the stream saying, let Elia talk. Because I don't want to see that again. So what do you guys think about that? Limiting the panel slots, so rather than having folks coming in at the end that haven't originally agreed to come on, then they just have to come on 2 weeks from now.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's good.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Or maybe they,
Okay.
if somebody shows their intention to join the live stream, maybe ask them beforehand or during the morning of whether they intend to stay for the full hour, intending to be for half an hour, minutes, and then you can actually wait whether you can keep the same 10 people, or if that somebody else is going to leave, then you will have some slack to join, to invite somebody else and bring it.
Good point. Thank you. See, I'm glad that I asked. I mean, it makes perfect sense. I appreciate you sharing that. Let's see. Okay, so, all right, I got Carlos hanging in there in backstage. I'm going to bring him in. He's driving right now, so let's see let's see if his connection is better. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Carlos, what's going on, Bobby?
All right, so everything is okay. So I just have to get some stuff I need to be done by time. But like everybody's been, so it can be more comments and to everybody's put a little bit of their opinions, and that would be awesome. But also, I would not Alex is getting there, being awesome.
Thank you. See, you guys, all you guys were saying, don't bring Carlos back. See, I told you. I thought it was okay to bring Carlos back. See, what I tell you. You see, mira, Carlos, yo estaba diciendo, mira, no traiga ese condenado. And I said, no. When he comes back, I'm going to let him in.
¿Qué pasó?
You see?
Carlos, please don't look at the phone. Stay with the eyes on the road.
Yeah.
No, I have my earphones, so that's what we're talking.
Okay. You know who was the biggest person that said don't bring Carlos back? It was Karen Deep. Don't let him know. Karen Deep said don't bring that guy back. That guy got a terrible connection. He don't got it. Hey guys, I want to thank you very much for joining the after show. No, let me ask you guys and give me a thumbs up, a visual, either thumbs up, halfway, like, oh, okay, you take it or leave it, or nah, on the after show. So what do you guys think? Is it a thumbs up, sideways, or thumbs up?
All the thumbs up.
You like that? Okay, good. So you guys like the after show. Okay,
It
good.
was fantastic.
Oh, look, I see even Carlos got it too. Thank you. All right, I got my dude named Gabriel. He says, I love that you are doing this, Cello. It's always fun to see you live. Great conversation, always full of love and compassion. Thank you. And then Gabriel says last that tonight will be my last solo show. I hope to get you a chance to watch tonight. Yeah, so if you guys are not connected to this gentleman, Gabriel E. Neal, he's a great guy. He has a lot of compassion. He originally used to do a show Monday through Friday, and he would tackle the most complex topics, invite the most, in the most complex individuals, people with so many different layers. Like you're like, wow, the conversation is really profound. Or it could be something as simple as someone that probably just, very basic person. So he runs the gamut. So yeah, I'll definitely looking forward to checking it out. I know I have my show, my link, Cocktails with Cello, but I'll definitely watch it on a replay. So guys, I want to wrap up. Thank you very much for joining me for the after show. I know we said it was going to be 15 minutes, so I guess we doubled it. So,
We love
you know,
talking. We love
and I-
connecting, and it's fun.
yeah, it was cool. Guys, thank you very much for making the show as good as it has been. And thank you very much for you guys' feedback, your honesty, and thank you very much for your support of the channels. I can't thank you, each and every one of you guys, so much.
Thank
Absolutely.
you so much.
Thank you so much for
Wonderful to
having
be on.
us.
Thank you, Cello.
Thank you guys. Have a great day and talk to you guys soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Nice to you. Take care.
Anita, I'll meet up with you.
Definitely.